Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Crochet for Baby. Thank you for watching and thank you for subscribing. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this baby jacket for a baby girl between 0 and 3 months. It's very easy to make. This baby jacket here is the same as this one here that I showed you about a week ago. I'll leave the link to this tutorial up here or down here in the information box. This one here, like I said, is for a baby between 3 and 6 months. After I uploaded the other one, I was asked by many subscribers to make it in a smaller size, so here it is. You can also make it a bit smaller for a newborn. All you have to do is just use a 3mm crochet hook with light number 3 baby yarn. And if you want to make it a bit bigger between 3 and 6 months, all you have to do is just use a 4mm crochet hook with light number 3 baby yarn. Okay, so I hope you like it, and without further say, let's get started, and thank you for watching. Okay, to begin, I'll be using this 3.5mm crochet hook, and today I'm using this light number 3 baby yarn. I'm using Lion Brand Baby Soft. This is a light number 3 yarn in this color Baby White Pompadour. Okay, so to begin, I have 57 chains. This chain here measures 32 centimeters, which is about 12.5 inches. The stitch multiple for this base chain is multiples of 4 plus 1. Okay, so to begin, in this first row, all we're going to do is single crochets on each one of these chains. So beginning into the second chain from the hook, 1, 2, I'm going to make a single crochet. Single crochet into the next chain, single crochet into the next, and so on. Just continue like this, just making single crochets on each one of the chains. At the end of this first row, you're going to have a total of 56 single crochets. I'll meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this first row. I have a total of 56 single crochets. Now for the second row, we're going to chain 3 and turn. In this row, all we're going to do is V-stitches. These V-stitches are going to consist of 1 double crochet, 2 chains, 1 double crochet into the same single crochet. So beginning into the third single crochet, I'm going to count this first one where we have the 3 chains. So 1, 2, 3. Into the third single crochet, I'm going to make my first V-stitch. So a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet into the same single crochet. And here's the first V-stitch. Now to make your next one, you're going to skip 1, 2, and into the third single crochet, you're going to make your second V-stitch. So double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. To make your third V-stitch, skip 2 single crochets, 1, 2, and into the third, make your next V-stitch. Double crochet, 2 chains, double crochet. This is how you're going to continue for this second row. So continue like this. I'll meet you at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this second row and I have a total of 18 V-stitches. Here to finish, I have 2 single crochets. So into the last single crochet, right here, I'm going to make a double crochet. And this is how I finish this second row with a total of 18 V-stitches. Now, for the third row, we're going to chain 3 and turn. Inside each one of these V-stitches, we're going to make 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 1, 2 double crochets, 1, 2. Okay, now jump to the next V-stitch and inside make 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 1, 2 double crochets. This is all we're going to do for this third row, so continue like this. I'll meet you at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this third row. To finish this row, I'm just going to go into the second chain here at the end and make a double crochet. And this is how I finished this third row with a total of 18 fans. Now for the fourth row, we're going to chain 3 and turn. In this row, what we're going to do inside each one of these fans is beginning into this first one, I'm going to make 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 2, 2 double crochets. In this row we're going to chain 2 instead of just chain 1 like we did on the third row. Okay, so jump to the next fan and do the same thing. 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. This is all we're going to do for this fourth row. So continue like this all the way to the end. I'll meet you here to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this fourth row. To finish this row, I'm going to pinch this second chain and make a double crochet here at the end. And this is how I finish this fourth row. Now for the fifth row, we're going to chain 3 and turn. Inside each one of these fans, we're going to make 8 double crochets. So beginning into this first one, you're going to make 8 double crochets. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jump to the next fan and do the same thing. 8 double crochets. Continue like this. I'll meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this fifth row. To finish, I'm just going to pinch the second chain here at the end and make a double crochet. And this is how I finish this fifth row. Now for the sixth row, we're going to chain 3 and turn. Now in this row, what we're going to do is between each double crochet beginning here, you're going to open this end between the first and the second. That's where you're going to insert your hook and make a double crochet. Chain 1 and then open the next one. Between the second and the third, you're going to make a double crochet. So between each double crochet, chain 1, same thing here, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and into this last space for this first fan, double crochet. Okay, and this is what it should look like. We have a total of 7 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, separated by 1 chain. Now to do the same thing on the next one, you're just going to jump to the first space between the first and the second. Don't chain 1 here at the end, just jump to the first space of your next fan right there and make a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Continue like this for this sixth row. I'll meet you at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this sixth row. To finish, I'm just going to make a double crochet here at the end into that second chain. Now, I've already cut my yarn because this is the last row that I'm going to do with this color white. So here at the end, I'm not going to close this last double crochet like this because what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this new color, this color pink, like this, bring it through the front like this and close this double crochet and chain 1. If you're not changing color, all you have to do is just close this double crochet and chain 1 and turn. Same thing I'm going to do here in a minute. I'm just going to tie these two together before I continue. And now I'm going to turn, and on top of this first double crochet here, I'm going to make a single crochet. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Into this first chain 1 space right here, I'm going to make a single crochet. Chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. And this is how you're going to work each one of these fans. Okay, that's what it looks like. Now to go to the next fan, you're going to chain 1 and jump to the first chain 1 space of this next fan right there and make a single crochet. Chain 3, single crochet into the next chain 1 space. Chain 3, single crochet. This is all we're going to do for each one of the fans, so continue like this. I'll meet you at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this last row. To finish, I'm just going to insert my hook here and make a single crochet here at the end. I've already cut my yarn, so I'm just going to pass this yarn through this last loop, and this is how we finish this last row. And here's our finished yoke, and that's what it looks like. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, this here is going to be the right side, so this is where we finish. So in the back, what we're going to do here is, we have this first row of fans. We have the V-stitch row, and then we have the first row of fans. Here to the side, right there, I'm going to insert my hook right there, grab this loop right here in this color white, bring it through the front, and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. In this row, what we're going to do is we're going to make fans between this chain 2 space. We have this fan, so right here we're going to open, so right here we're going to make a fan. Then we're going to make a fan between these 2 fans, so right in the middle. And we're going to continue like this for this first row, since we're going to start counting these rows. So now, like I said, our first fan is going to go here, so we're going to open this here and make a fan. So 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 1, 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Okay, here's the first fan for this first row. Then we're going to go to the middle between the first fan and the second fan. So right in the middle, right there, we're going to make another fan. Double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, double crochet. Okay, and to make your next fan, same thing. We're going to go to this second fan, we're going to open this here, and we're going to make our fan here. Double crochet, double crochet, double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Okay, to make your next fan, you're going to make it between this fan and this fan, so right in the middle, right there, you're going to make a fan. So 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. This is all we're going to do for this first row, just making these fans. So your next fan is going to come here between this fan, so right in the middle, right there, and then your next one is going to be here. Continue like this all the way to the end of this first row. I'll meet you here to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this first row, and I have a total of 35 fans. Now to finish this row, I'm just going to insert my hook right here, right between this double crochet and the 3 chains here, so right in the middle, right there, and I'm going to make a double crochet. And this is how I finish this first row with a total of 35 fans all around. Now for the second row, we're going to chain 3 and turn. In this row, what we're going to do is inside each one of these fans, you're going to do the same thing. 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 1, 2 double crochets, 1, 2. Jump to the next fan and do the same thing. 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Continue like this all the way to the end. I will meet you here to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this second row, and I have a total of 35 fans. Now to finish this row, I'm just going to pinch this second chain here at the end and make a double crochet. And this is how I finish this second row. Now for the third row, we're going to chain 3 and turn. In this row, we're going to do the same thing, but we're only going to work 17 fans. Since I'm going to reduce this fan here, this is fan number 18. So here what you're going to do is just make a fan inside each one of these fans like we did on the previous row. So 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. You're going to do this until you have 17 fans. So I'll meet you here. This is fan number 17 to show you how we're going to reduce this next fan and then finish this row. Okay, I finished making these 17 fans. So from here to this first one here, there are 17 fans. Into this next one, which is fan number 18, I'm just going to make a double crochet on top. Just like this, and then jump to the next fan and make your normal fan of 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. And now from here on, I'm just going to continue in the same way and finish this row by making these fans. Continue like this. I'll meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of the third row. I have a total of 34 fans. Now to finish, I'm just going to pinch this second chain and make a double crochet here at the end. And this is how I finish this third row. Now this part here is done, and this is what it looks like. Now in this next row, I'm going to divide the sleeves. So here what I have is, here's where I finished. I have 4 fans. This is going to be one of the front panels. Then we have 9 fans, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I put a stitch marker between here and here. This is going to be one of the sleeves, and then between this stitch marker and this stitch marker we have 8 fans, so this is going to be the back. And then again we have 9 fans. This is going to be the other sleeve, and then again we have 4 fans here for this other front panel. Okay, so now to divide our sleeves, what we're going to do is chain 3 and turn. Now I'm going to make these 4 fans. So insert your hook into the first one and make 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Jump to the next fan and make same thing, 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Okay, that's the second fan. Jump to the third fan and do the same thing. 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Okay, here's my third fan. Now I'm going to jump here and make my next fan. So 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Okay, and here's my fourth fan. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now what we're going to do here is we have our stitch marker right in the middle right here. I'm going to make a fan. So 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Okay, now I'm going to chain 1, skip these 9 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and right here where I have this stitch marker, I'm going to make a fan. So 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Okay, now I'm just going to work a fan on top of this next one. 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Okay, and this is how we're going to work this part here. So we increased 1 fan on the side, we chained, and then we're going to increase 1 fan here on the back side. So now I'm just going to continue and finish here until I come to this next stitch marker. So there's 1, if we count this one that we did, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fans here for this back part. So I'll meet you here to show you how we're going to work this sleeve and then finish this row. Okay, I finished making these 9 fans. Here's the one we just made. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And into the space where I have this stitch marker, I'm going to make a fan. So 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. There it is. Now we're going to chain 1. We're going to skip these 9 fans, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and right here where I have this stitch marker, I'm going to make a fan. Double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Now here I'm just going to continue making these fans. I'll meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this 4th row. We have divided our sleeves and I have a total of 20 fans. We have 5 for this front part, we have 10 for the back, and again 5 here for this other side. Now what we're going to do from here on is we're going to start counting our rows, but first we need to finish this row, so I'm just going to pinch the 2nd chain and make a double crochet, and this is how I finish this 4th row with a total of 20 fans. Now we're going to start counting our rows, so we're going to chain 3 and turn. In this first row it's going to be very easy. All we're going to do is fans. So beginning here, you're going to go in and make 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets into this first fan, and then you're just going to continue like this and finish making these 5 fans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right here, right underneath the sleeve, we have this chain. Right there, you're going to make 1 fan and then continue along the back, making these 10 fans. And then again, right here underneath the other sleeve, you're going to make 1 fan right here where we have the chain, and then finish these 5 fans. At the end of this first row, you're going to have 22 fans, since we're going to increase 1 here underneath this sleeve and 1 here underneath this first sleeve. So I'll meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this first row and I have a total of 22 fans. To finish, I'm going to pinch this 2nd chain here at the end and make a double crochet. And this is how I finish this first row with a total of 22 fans. Now for the 2nd row, we're going to chain 3 and turn. In this row, all we're going to do is fans inside each one of these fans. So beginning here, you're just going to make 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. And here's the first fan for this 2nd row. Continue like this, just making fans. I'll meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this 2nd row. I have a total of 22 fans. To finish, I'm just going to pinch the 2nd chain and make a double crochet here at the end. Now, this is how you're going to finish every row from here on. And to begin each row, you're going to chain 3 and turn. Now, for these rows that follow, all we're going to do is fans inside each one of these chain 1 spaces, beginning here. So 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Okay, jump to the next fan and do the same thing. At the end of every row, you're going to have the same number of fans, which is 22. I'm not exactly sure how many rows I'm going to do, but you're just going to repeat the same row. So continue like this, repeating this row. I'll meet you at the end of this row to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of the 11th row, so I did a total of 11 rows. So I'm counting from here. This is the first row after we divide it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And it's measuring, let's see. It's about 7 inches, which is about 18 centimeters. Okay, so I'm not going to make any more rows. I'm only going to make a border row. So if you want to make more rows and make this longer, you can. The only thing I recommend is that your last row is like mine, where I finished on the right side. Okay, so now to make the next row, row number 12, we're going to chain 3. I'm going to turn, and we have 4 double crochets here. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus a chain 1 space. The first double crochet I'm going to make into a front post double crochet. Inside the chain 1 space, I'm going to make a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. And this last double crochet that's here, I'm going to again make into a front post double crochet. Okay, now to work the next fan, the first double crochet, I'm going to make a front post double crochet. Inside the chain 1 space, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and the last double crochet, I'm going to make a front post double crochet. And this is how we're going to work this 12th row, and this is what it looks like from the right side. Okay, so continue like this. I'll meet you at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this 12th row, and to finish I'm just going to pinch the second chain here at the end and make a double crochet. And this is how I finish this row. Now for the next row we're going to chain 1 and turn. On top of this first double crochet I'm going to make a single crochet. Chain 2. Inside this chain 1 space of this first fan I'm going to make a single crochet, chain 3, single crochet inside the same space. Okay, so inside this chain 1 space you're going to make a single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet. Now chain 2, and between this fan and this fan right in the middle, and if we count our stitches 1, 2 right in the middle, that's where I'm going to make a single crochet. Now again, chain 2, inside this chain 1 space make a single crochet, chain 3, single crochet inside the same chain 1 space, chain 2, and between this fan and this fan right in the middle, right there, make a single crochet. This is all we're going to do for this row, so continue like this. I'll meet you at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end. I chained 2 here, and to finish I'm just going to pinch this last chain and make a single crochet, and this is how I finish this part, and that's what it looks like. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make single crochets here along this side, around the neckline, and then around the other side. Okay, so to do that I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to make a single crochet here where I did this single crochet right there, and then inside each one of these spaces right here along the side I'm going to make 2 single crochets. 1, 2. Jump to the next space and make 2 single crochets. 1, 2. 1, 2. Continue like this. I'll meet you here. Let's see, this is row number 1, 2, 3. Right here, right around the 3rd row, because what we're going to do in this row is we're also going to grab this fan here and then continue along and finish. So I'll meet you here to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished making 27 single crochets. So counting from this first one that we did up to here, I have 27 single crochets. And now what we're going to do is we have this fan that I want to make sure that I grab along these stitches that I'm going to do. So here I'm going to insert my hook into this stitch here at the end and insert my hook right in the middle between this space where I just did the last 2 and then this next one. So right in the middle I'm going to make a single crochet. We're doing this so that this fan here doesn't flop around. Okay, now we're going to work 2 single crochets inside each one of these spaces. So just make 2 stitches into this next one here. 1, 2. Jump to the next space. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now we have these next 2, so 1, 2, 1, 2, and this is how we worked this part here, and that's what it looks like. I think it looks pretty good. Okay, so now we have this row of single crochet, so I'm going to make only 1 single crochet there, and then we have this row of chains. So into that very corner stitch I'm going to make 2 single crochets. Okay, and that's how we work this corner. Now along the neckline I feel like it's a bit big, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 6 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then work a stitch reduction. So insert your hook into the next stitch, grab a loop, insert your hook into the next, grab a loop, 3 loops, close, and then again I'm going to make 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and into these next 2 stitches insert your hook, grab a loop, insert your hook, grab a loop, close. So continue like this. I'll meet you here at the end of the neckline to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the other side of the neckline. So up to here I have my 6 single crochets. So here we're not going to do any reductions or anything. I'm just going to make 2 single crochets since this is the very last chain stitch. So right there, 2 single crochets. And now I'm going to work along this side. So this is the single crochet row. So I'm going to make 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets here, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, and then 1, 2. Now we're going to grab this fan and 1, 2, and then here 1, 2, and then insert my hook here into this stitch here, and right in the middle here make a single crochet. And now I'm just going to work my 2 single crochets here along the side like this. So continue like this, making 2 single crochets for each one of these stitches. I'll meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next, and this is what it looks like here. Okay, I'm here at the end of this row. To finish, I'm just going to make a single crochet here at the end, and this is how I finish this row. Now for the next row, we're going to chain 1, and we're going to make a single crochet into the same stitch here, single crochet into the next, and into the next, and into the next. And this is all we're going to do for this row, just making these single crochets. When you come here to the very corner stitch, you're going to make 2 single crochets here and then continue along the neckline. I'll meet you here on this other side to show you how we're going to make our buttonholes. Okay, I'm here at the other end of the collar. Into this last stitch, I'm going to make 2 single crochets. And now to make the buttonholes, I'm going to make 1 chain, skip this next single crochet, and into the next I'm going to make a single crochet. And here's my first buttonhole. I'm going to use buttonholes that are very little, so make sure that the buttonholes that you make are big enough for the buttons you're going to use. Okay, so between this buttonhole and this buttonhole, there's 5 single crochets. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 single crochets, chain 1, skip this single crochet where I have the stitch marker, and into the next make a single crochet, and then again between here and here there's 5, so there's 1 single crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 1, skip the single crochet, and into the next make a single crochet. And now I'm just going to continue along making single crochets. I'm only going to make 3 buttonholes, but if you want to make more, you can do it in the same way that I just showed you. So continue like this. I'll meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end. I did my last single crochet, then I just cut my yarn and passed my yarn through that last loop, and this part here is done. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to insert my hook here into this single crochet here. I have a loop here in this color pink. I'm just going to bring it through the front like this and chain 1. This is just a decorative row. So now what I'm going to do is insert my hook into the next single crochet, grab a loop, and make a slip stitch. Chain 1, slip stitch, chain 1, slip stitch, chain 1, slip stitch. This is all I'm going to do all around. You're going to do this around the neckline on this side here, and then I'll meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end. I just finished making my last stitch and I cut my yarn because this is all we're going to do. So I'm going to pass my yarn through that last loop, pull, and then I'm going to hide that end. And this part here is done, and that's what it looks like. Okay, now we're going to work on one of the sleeves, so I'm going to turn this over, and here right underneath the sleeve we have this one fan that we did where we had that 1 chain. So I'm going to insert my hook like this. So right here, just grab this loop, bring it through the front, and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we have this double crochet that's part of this fan here, right there, I'm just going to make a double crochet. Okay, now inside this first fan, I'm going to work a fan. So 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. And now I'm just going to continue like this all around until I come here to the last fan. I'll meet you here to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this first row. Up to here I have a total of 9 fans. Okay, so now to finish this row, we have this double crochet that's right across right there, and I'm going to just make a double crochet there. And to finish this row, I'm going to pinch this 3rd chain here at the beginning and make a slip stitch. And this is how I finish this first row with a total of 9 fans plus these 3 double crochets we have here at the beginning. Okay, so now for the second row, we're going to turn. In this row right here, I'm going to make 4 slip stitches. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4 inside the chain 1 space. Now here in this fan, I'm going to work a V-stitch. So chain 4, the 3 chains count as 1 double crochet plus the chain 1 space, and inside here again I'm going to make a double crochet. I'm trying to reduce a little the sleeve since it's a bit wide, so that's why I'm making a V-stitch here. Now I'm going to go to the next fan and make a fan. 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Okay, so jump to the next fan and make your next fan and continue like this all around. I will meet you here at the end right before we finish to show you how we're going to finish this second row. Okay, I'm here at the end of this second row. Up to here I have 7 fans and I have this V-stitch here at the beginning. Now I still have this last fan, so on top of this fan I'm just going to make a V-stitch. So a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. And to finish here I have these 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, right in the middle right here. These are 3 chains. Insert your hook there and make a double crochet. And now to finish, we're going to join with a slip stitch into the 3rd chain of this V-stitch. So pinch the 3rd chain and make a slip stitch. And this is how we finish this second row, and that's what it should look like. So we have 2 V-stitches side to side plus this double crochet right in the center, and the 7 fans all around the sleeve. Now for the 3rd row, we're going to turn. In this row here, I'm just going to make a slip stitch on top of this first double crochet right there, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a double crochet here inside the same stitch. So I've made a V-stitch here. Now we have this V-stitch here. In there I'm just going to make a double crochet, and then we have our first fan. I'm going to make 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. And this is how I'm going to work this 3rd row. So continue like this, just making fans around. I'll meet you here at the end to show you how we're going to finish this 3rd row. Okay, I'm here at the end of this 3rd row. Up to here I have a total of 7 fans plus I have this double crochet and this V-stitch here in this row. Now to finish, we have this V-stitch from the previous row. Inside there I'm going to make a double crochet. And to finish, I'm going to pinch this 3rd chain and make a slip stitch here where I have this V-stitch. And this is how I finish this 3rd row with a total of 7 fans plus 2 double crochets and a V-stitch here in the middle. Now for the 4th row, we're going to turn. And now here in this row, I'm going to make 4 slip stitches. So on top of the double crochet, make a slip stitch on top of the next, slip stitch on top of the next double crochet, and a slip stitch inside the chain 1 space. Chain 3, double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochets. And here's my first fan for this 4th row. Now I'm just going to continue around making these fans just like this. So continue like this all around. I'll meet you here at the end to show you how we're going to finish this 4th row. Okay, I'm here at the end of this 4th row. Up to here I have 7 fans, And now to finish, if you notice, we have a double crochet, a V-stitch, a double crochet. This is on the previous row. Now to finish, I'm just going to go into the V-stitch here and make a V-stitch. So double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. And to finish, I'm going to pinch the third chain here and make a slip stitch. And this is how I finish this 4th row with a total of 7 fans all around plus this V-stitch here at the beginning. Now for row 5, we're going to turn, and here what I'm going to do is 3 slip stitches, 1 on top of the double crochet and 1 inside the chain 1 space. So here's 1 and 2, chain 3, jump to the first fan here and make a fan, double crochet, double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Okay, and here's this first fan to this 5th row. So continue like this, making fans all around. I'll meet you here at the end to show you how we're going to finish this 5th row. Okay, I'm here at the end of this 5th row. I have a total of 7 fans plus these 3 chains here at the beginning. Now to finish, I'm going to pinch the 3rd chain here and make a slip stitch. And this is how I finish this 5th row. Now for the 6th row, we're going to turn. And what I'm going to do now here is I'm going to make 3 slip stitches. 1, 2, 3. So the first one is on top of the first double crochet. On top of the next double crochet inside the chain 1 space is my 3rd slip stitch. Now I'm going to chain 3, double crochet inside this chain 1 space, chain 1, 2 double crochets. And now I'm just going to continue around, just making these fans on each one of these fans. I'll meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this 6th row. To finish this row and all the rows that follow, you're just going to pinch the 3rd chain of this first fan and make a slip stitch. And this is how we finish this 6th row with a total of 7 fans. Now for the 8th row and all the rows that follow, you're always going to turn. And you're going to make 3 slip stitches, 1, 2, 3. The first one is on top of this first double crochet, the second is on top of the second double crochet, and the third is inside the chain 1 space. Now you're going to chain 3, double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochets. And here's the first fan to this 7th row. Now I'm just going to continue making fans all around. I'll meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of the 7th row. I have a total of 7 fans. To finish this row and all the rows that follow, you're just going to pinch the 3rd chain here, right there, and make a slip stitch. And this is how I finish the 7th row. Now to make the 8th row and all the rows that follow from here on, you're going to turn, make these 3 slip stitches, so 1 on top of each one of these 2 double crochets. So beginning here, slip stitch, inside the chain 1 space, slip stitch, chain 3, double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. And here's the first fan to this 8th row. Now you're going to continue like this all around. When you come here to the end, you're going to join here to the 3rd chain with a slip stitch, turn and make these 3 slip stitches just like I did here at the beginning. I'm not sure how many rows I'm going to do, but continue watching and you'll see how many rows I have done. Okay, I'm here at the end of the 11th row, so in total I've made 11 rows. Now to finish this row, I'm going to pinch this 3rd chain here and make a slip stitch. And this is how I finish the 11th row. Now for the 12th row, we're going to turn and I'm going to make 3 slip stitches. So 1, 2, inside the chain 1 space, 3, chain 3. Now inside each one of these fans, I'm going to make 3 double crochets, 1, 2. In this case, the 3 chains count as 1 double crochet, so we have 1, 2, 3. Now jump to the next fan and I'm going to make 3 double crochets. And this is how I'm going to work each one of these fans. Just making 3 double crochets inside each one of the chain 1 spaces. Continue like this. I'll meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end. I have a total of 7 fans of these 3 double crochets each. Now to finish, I'm going to pinch the 3rd chain here and make a slip stitch, and this is how I finish this row. Now for the next row, I'm going to chain 1 and turn. In this row, all I'm going to do is single crochet, so 1 single crochet on each one of these double crochets of your previous row. Continue like this. I'll meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished this row, and here all I did was I did a slip stitch here to the first single crochet, cut my yarn, and then just pass that yarn through that last loop. And this part here is done. If you want to leave it as it is, you can. I'm going to do one last row with this color pink. So to do that, I'm going to insert my hook here. This is the right side. So into this first single crochet, I'm going to grab this loop and bring it through the front and chain 1. Then I'm going to go into the next and make a slip stitch. This is the same stitch we did all around the neckline. So slip stitch, chain 1, slip stitch, chain 1. This is all I'm going to do all around, so I'll meet you here at the end to show you what it looks like. Okay, I'm here at the end. I did my last slip stitch, so I'm just going to now pass this yarn through this last loop, and this part here is done. And now I'm just going to hide my ends, and here is our sleeve all done. That's what it looks like. Now you're going to do the same thing we did here on this side, exactly the same you're going to do here on this other side. I'm going to do that next, and then I'll come back and show you our little jacket once it's all done. Another thing that I'm thinking of doing is maybe adding another row here, since I think it's a little short, but I'll think about that and I'll let you know if we're going to do that next. Okay, before I make the other sleeve, I think I'm going to add one more row down here to this part. So this is the right side, so we're going to work this row from the inside out, and I'm going to use a 4mm crochet hook. Now I'm going to insert my hook into this very corner right there, grab this loop in this color pink, like this, bring it through the front and chain 1. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is in this last row that we did where we have 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, right in the middle right here, I'm going to insert my hook and make 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 2, 2 double crochets. Now jump to the next fan, this one here, open the stitch here, and right in the middle, do the same thing. 2 double crochets, 1, 2, 2 chains, 2 double crochets. This is all we're going to do all the way to the end, just making these fans. Just like this. Continue like this. I'll meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next, and that's what it looks like on the other side. Okay, I'm here at the end to finish this row. I'm just going to go here into this corner and make a single crochet, and this is how I finish this row. Now if you want to leave this as it is, it looks very pretty. It looks like that, but I'm going to make one more row. Okay, so to do that, here what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2, and turn. Now here I'm going to go into this space right here. This is 3 chains right there that we did, and then into the chain 2 space in the back, and make a single crochet. Chain 2, into the same stitch here, make a single crochet, chain 2, and now back here between this fan and this fan, make a single crochet, chain 2, and then go into this stitch here and in the back and make a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. And now again I'm going to chain 2, and here in the back make a single crochet between each fan, just like this, chain 2, and then go into these 2 stitches right there and right in the middle and make a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. And all you're going to do is just continue this way, working these chain twos and single crochets, and this is what it looks like. Okay, so continue like this. I'll meet you at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end. I have my last 2 chains here, and to finish I'm just going to go into this chain 1 space that I have here in the back and make a slip stitch. I've already cut my yarn, and I'm just going to pass this through this last loop, and this part here is done, and that's what it looks like. Okay, so this is all we're going to do for this row, and this is what it looks like. I think it looks very pretty. Okay, so now I'm going to make my other sleeve, so I'll come back and show you what it looks like once everything is done. Okay, I finished making my baby jacket. Here it is. This is what it looks like. Here's the other sleeve that I made. There it is. And here's the first one. And from the bottom, this is what it looks like. I love the way that this turned out. I'm glad I did that last row. And from the back, here it is. That's what it looks like. Okay, so this has been today's tutorial. I hope you like it. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.